Hey, how's it going, guys? Snaxle Games here. I just want to do a really quick Zulrah run through. Just show my stats, show the gear I use, show my inventory setup. I'm not going to go through all the detailed phases of the boss. However, after the kill, I'm going to show you how I kind of set up for the next trip and do the whole system of banking, going to clan wars, teleporting the house just to replenish stats, and yeah, just how I do my Zulrah system. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. So, real quick, I'm just gonna run through my stats. I do have 87 magic, 91 range, 99 defense, and 99 hit points. Again, these stats are higher than you really need to be able to do the boss. Especially 99 defense and 99 HP is not a requirement whatsoever. However, you're going to want to have probably 80 range and 80 mage minimum. You might be able to get by with a little less than that, but again, you'll probably only be getting one kill per trip. The 99 defense and 99 HP does allow me to get 2, 3, and sometimes 4 kills per trip, even with the gear setup I use, which is the cheaper Void Knight set. Now, I do use a Ring of Suffering, and that's about 14 mil right now in the GE as of April 2018. It's a little bit more expensive, but you could just substitute that for Rings of Recoil. It's going to be a little bit more work because you're going to have to switch out the rings. But I do enjoy using the Ring of Suffering. I really highly recommend it, and I think if you do have the cash, that should be one thing that you should focus on for the boss. The other thing to note is I do have for the range setup, which I'll go ahead and throw on. For the range setup, I am using a Necklace of Anguish. Again, this is going to be about 14 mil like the other Zenyte jewelry. This Necklace of Anguish is not going to be required. A Fury would probably do just fine, and that's what I've always used up until now. So even with the oh, forgot to put on my Void Ranger helm, but even with the Void Knight setup, it's still allowing me to get 3, sometimes 4 kills per trip. And again, I don't even have the Elite Void setup, so this does just fine. So the inventory setup that I use is fairly basic. Again, the Manta Rays, they work just fine for healing, and they do allow me to get the 3 and sometimes 4 kills per trip. If you are having trouble getting kills or multiple kills, you could use sharks, but the boss does drop noted stacks of 35 manta rays, so basically my bank has been replenishing itself with food, so I haven't had to worry about that. Also, I believe manta rays are cheaper than sharks. Should double check that real quick. Actually, they may be a little bit more expensive, so it might even be worth me selling my manta rays and buying sharks in the future, but that's if you want to be a little bit stingier with your money. The other thing is I do like to bring 2 prayer potions, although I don't end up using all of the doses, and I just bring 1 magic potion, 1 range potion, and 1 anti-venom plus. Again, since I've been getting 3 or 4 kills per trip, I make sure I bring full potions, and then I bring a Ring of Dueling as well, and that's just for after the kills. Whenever I'm done with the trip, I just go ahead and teleport to Clan Wars so that I can replenish my health and also teleport to my house and bank. So let me just go ahead and go through the kill, and I'll show you guys the process afterwards. I'm not going to go through all of the details of the rotations and the prayer switches and the mechanics. Mr. Mammal's got a really good video on that, so I do highly recommend checking that out. And that is how I learned initially as well. It's always really, really helpful to see somebody else do the rotations, and also Mr. Mammal has maps of each phase, so it's really, really helpful. And so there I actually didn't need to put up magic. Again, the magic phase does occasionally attack with range, so there is the potential to take a lot of damage from the magic phase, but again, you can do a lot of damage with the blowpipes, so you just gotta take advantage of that phase. Alright, and he's down, so I just grab my stuff, and usually if I go for another kill, you can just take the teleport and eat up and pot up again and run back in, but at this point, at the end of the trip, just go ahead and go to Clan Wars, and go ahead and hit the bank chest, bank all the loot, and grab some fresh pots. Oop, not the combat. And the other thing we're gonna want is a house teleport. And some people like to use the Zulrah teleports. However, I'll just show you that they can be pretty expensive. 9k, so they're not as expensive as they used to be, but I like to keep them as a loot drop and keep them in the bank, and this method that I use is going to save you some money, and it's easy anyway, so you might as well do it. So I just run in the free-for-all portal, hit the teleport to house, and I do keep the Drayman staff in my inventory because I do use the fairy ring in Edgeville, just over here. And this method does require 76 agility, however with a lower agility level, you can, I believe I had 73 agility and I was able to use the summer pie and boost my agility level to use this. So in that case, you would have a pie in your inventory that you would eat and then jump over the stone and just drop over here. Or actually, a key thing with the pies, if you're going to use pies, go ahead and try to bring a half pie or save the half pie, and that way you just save a little bit of money on the summer pies. But if you have 76 agility, you'll have no problem getting over, and you would just repeat the process over again. So that's just how I kill Zulrah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content, and hit the bell if you want to get notifications. I've been posting videos about every 2 to 3 days, and sometimes even more frequently than that. Anyway, Snaxle Games out.